Okay, I think everything's good. Uh,
Let me just go to my own channel and whoa, what's this? Like I said before, I wish there was some kind of way like you could stream your screen to me on Discord. Like if there was a way that we could get rid of the noticeable delay for me,
yeah,
like I'm always like 2 seconds behind at least.
yeah. It's kind of weird,
I
but
don't know if the internet can do that though.
I mean, there's no. I think the stream on YouTube is as fast as it's gonna get, But uh, oh, could you? It's kind of weird, but could you send me the link to the actual video?
Uh, okay.
I don't want to open a browser. I'm running Godot, and I'm running Blender. I'm running Discord,
There you go.
and my
Do
my
you need
my toaster can't handle it.
Streamlabs?
No.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I we need to make this game very slow though.
what's
It
going
better
on?
not be walking at any speed at all. You
Oh
better
yeah.
just be
Oh yeah.
trudging through
Uh
friggin'
huh.
slime, hopefully. In
So anyway,
King's Field, the whole world is the swamp.
yeah.
So
Might as well explain the context. I've been messing around in the Godot engine, and
it's Godot, not Godot.
Godot. I guess it's Godot. I don't know.
I don't know.
Fucking
I thought
English. It doesn't. English makes
I
no
thought
sense.
I thought you don't pronounce the T in this, but
Yeah, I
whatever.
I forgot about that. I just forgot
There's
about it.
remember this guy was also in Ace Attorney, right? He's everyone's favorite
Yeah.
character.
That's right.
People
He,
were calling him Godot, but I don't know. Maybe the engine is Godot.
I guess he's Godot, but
Who knows?
I guess
Did you ever see
maybe
the
maybe
developers of
he's
the
maybe he's Godot and the engine is Godot for
did you
some
ever see
reason.
them pronounce it? The people who
No,
made it? Uh
no. I just picked it up because Cruelty Squad was made in it, and it seemed
okay.
like Cruelty Squad was made in like a really short amount of time. So
Yeah.
I was thinking like, man, Godot must be pretty good right now.
Is it good? What's
It
it
is
like?
good. Like I made this like pretty decent looking like King's Field clone in like a month maybe.
I think I can hear your mic jiggling around.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah, I think you're tapping something and I can hear some rattling like
This is just like the wire like rubbing up against my shoulder.
okay.
I don't know what I could do about it. Do I have a link yet to the video?
I sent you it in Discord
Oh, sorry. I didn't get a
right there.
sound. I gotta use this stupid terminal chat fetcher because okay.
What Blender version are you gonna use in this video?
It's 3.0.
How did you get that? Where that doesn't work on that doesn't I tried to get it and it's only for Windows 10. Or
Really?
no, yeah, I can't use it without getting Windows 10. I'm on
Oh,
Windows 7, so I
that's
can't use it.
that is so sad.
So I'm stuck. I use 2.7 still for fun,
Uh-huh.
but I can use 2.9 on this machine. It's okay, so
Okay.
whatever.
Um
Yeah, I'm stuck on the old normal Windows.
yeah. Okay, well that's kind of lame, but
I'm ride or die, Windows 7 for life.
mhm.
I'm it's already starting to suck for games. Nothing uses it anymore. It's terrible. One day, I'm gonna have to upgrade. One fateful day.
Yeah, it's getting kind of weird, this Windows stuff, because none of my devices, like nothing I own, will run Windows 10
Wow.
and or Windows 11, I mean.
Okay.
And Windows 10, it requires an account now,
Oh what?
and they're saying like you can't install it without being connected to the internet because they want to like know that you installed it and stuff like that.
Uh, okay.
It's getting really
Whoa.
like Microsoft's getting cocky. Like I think
Oh,
I don't think
holy shit,
there's
dude.
going to be any consequence to this, but
Holy shit.
they're really starting to push hard for the data collection
I
stuff.
need an account. I already heard about the trusted platform shit, like with the hardware level, like DRM shit,
Yeah,
and now I need an account just to use an operating system. Like, what the hell is going on? And it's sad because the way games are going now, it's just like
all
every
right, let's go.
game is going to be like you can only get this on Game Pass,
Hmm.
and Game Pass is only on Windows 11, and they're gonna do everything they can to make sure it doesn't work on anything else.
Yeah,
It's gonna be friggin' stupid. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I tried Windows 10 and then somebody took a lick out of me. Now I just got a lick. Like somebody took a just what took a big bite out of the side of my head, and now this is permanent. I'm screwed.
So, am I looking at Blender here? Like, I can't even.
This is
Or is this Godot?
Godot. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, I don't know. I mean, for all I know, this is what Blender 3.0 could look like.
No,
I don't
no.
know.
Blender
And
3.0 is basically the same. It just has
no,
uh geometry nodes and like a couple of animation features that like are really overdue, like being able to save, like you know how you saving poses in animation was like really cumbersome, and like it was hard to
yes,
find them once you did.
yeah, I know.
It's a lot easier in 3.0.
Okay. I was wondering, does it have a Eevee renderer in it still?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it's
Does that
that's
have
the same.
built-in ray tracing?
Um, well, I'll just go to Blender right now. Just a sec.
Because it doesn't on 2.7. You can't do a ray traced reflection naturally in Blender Eevee in 2.7.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is Blender 3.0. It's basically the same.
Okay.
Um,
And I'm also wondering if you can bake in textures. Like, you know how you change something about the surface, bake
mhm.
the texture, and then save the texture to another file. Like, can you? Because
I I don't
you
know how to
couldn't
do
do
that,
that
but
in
yeah,
okay, because you couldn't do that in 2.9, and that was really annoying.
if you can do
See,
that, I don't know, because
there was this big switch over between like 2.7 and like 2.9, where a lot of the features just got thrown away,
uh-huh.
and now I'm just wondering if they're finally back again, kind of like how the directional air guarding came back in Smash Ultimate. You know what I mean? It reminds me a
That's a
lot of
weird
Smash.
example, but yeah, I know
It
what you mean.
reminds me a lot of Smash
Uh-huh.
Bros. It's like these features go away, and then we get the new simplified version, and then the features slowly come back.
Yeah, yeah.
The same thing.
I yeah, so this is the overworld. I did this thing where like I doodled. Like I had no idea how to make like a 3D level, so I just doodled like some stuff, and then like I figured I want this to be kind of like this is an RPG, so I want it to be kind of uh Elden Ring open, right? So I decided like what if this is the level? But then you can also explore this huge area, and there's some stuff here, and there's like this is mostly empty, but you can like if you manage to find this little cave, for example, there's a little dungeon here, and
Mm.
uh There's like a tower on top of here and stuff like that. And
Did you beat like
like maybe
a
this is
King's
the hub
Field game
world
yet?
or something. What?
Did you beat one of these yet? A King's Field game?
No, no, I haven't. I haven't beaten a single one. No,
Oh,
I got.
I liked King's Field 3 a lot, like the one on PS1 I had
Oh yeah.
that I just mysteriously own, and it's like really
Uh,
expensive now,
I like how
and
this
I got it
building
at a
turned out.
drugstore.
Yeah.
Yeah, this reminds me of like friggin' some Temple of Time shit here.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
get
like,
this vibe that you're supposed to like go in there for a cutscene and then nothing else. I don't know why I think
I,
that, but
yeah, there's not much in here. Like, you gotta see 3D stuff is hard. Like, if I
yeah,
wanted to put more than one room in here, like this building would need to be way bigger.
yeah, I know,
But like,
yeah,
it can. I'm thinking like maybe put a boss in here. Like maybe like the final boss is here, and you can't get in until you do some other stuff. But like I like this cage here because it kind of looks well. I mean it's not a cage, but it looks like one, and it's pretty menacing. Like it looks kind of warped and different. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
Like maybe I was thinking maybe light up this place so that no matter where you are in the map, you can see like a little glimpse of this cage just looking down on you, like the Eye of Sauron or something.
um, how do these 3D assets port into Godot? Like, how does this work?
Uh,
What is this pipeline like? Is this easy or is this something crazy
yeah,
to get it in?
actually, yeah, it needs some work. Honestly, the animations are really janky. Like sometimes they don't load in right, and it took a little while to figure that out. Um, so like uh you need an extension to like save the mesh as like an ESCN file,
Okay.
and that'll save the mesh and the animations. And what you do with animations, like here's the little dude I made, and what you have to do is you have to save them as like stash them as like I don't know what this is called, like the media library or something. I don't even know what this is, but like if you press this button, it saves the animation in this little area.
Okay.
And because if you don't do this, then it's all just going to be like bunched together, and it's going to try to like export all the animations
Yeah,
as one animation. It's not going to work.
yeah, this is I think it's called a block or something, like a relationship block or something. The
Yeah,
path that these assets need to be in. It's something like, because I know you can like there's a button you can press and you can like disassociate all information blocks. Like see like when you do these things, this information for the animation is tied to that model as in a block.
yeah,
It's really weird. It's I figured this out like just in Blender like
yeah.
2.9, and it's really weird.
It doesn't tell you this stuff really. It doesn't
Very.
like. I mean,
I wish it
this
would
doesn't really
friggin'
like stand out as an important mechanic, but it actually is.
I wish that uh
Also, like you can't just
Godot
click
like
the model and then load the animation. You have to select the armature, otherwise it just doesn't work.
yeah, Godot, it would be cool if it had Blender inside it. But, but
Yeah,
that's probably a
it
lot to add.
it kind of does. Like it has like a you can't edit meshes, but you can like do a lot of stuff just in the editor.
So can you change animations inside Godot editor?
Uh,
No.
you
Or
can you can't edit the animations. Like it doesn't let you change the transforms of the bones. or anything like
Okay.
that. You can like rename and move around the animations, but you have to do the rest in Blender. So see, like I got all this stuff. I think I had to like it would run into all these weird issues where it would like save the animations with the wrong name. So I'd have to rename them all in Godot, and it just takes like once you figure it out, it's a little faster. But it's like it was a hassle figuring it out. It like it'll improve for sure, because like it's been like the engine started out in 2D, but it's been they've been working on like the 3D mode for a while now. It's continually been getting better. Anyway,
Can we play the game at all? Like
yeah,
a
yeah, I'll
test
get into
map
that
at all? Okay.
at
This
all.
guy
But
reminds me of one of the user characters from Reboot.
I know. I was thinking because like since I'm having so much trouble exporting objects, I'm just gonna make like the geometry as simple as possible, so you don't have to redo anything. So like I'm gonna use mostly uh like material colors instead of textures and stuff.
And
Um, where's it at? Oh yeah,
well, you're gonna do it. Kingsfield One is mostly like that anyway.
yeah, yeah.
It's pretty much Kingsfield One has pretty much nothing going on for textures.
But if I wanted it to look like Kingsfield One, like it's kind of like it 3D rendering is just so much more advanced. I'd have to like intentionally gimp the hell out of the rendering engine.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I'd have to
extra
use all
work.
kinds of shaders and stuff to
I
make it look
know it's
PS1
harder to
like.
make it look. It's harder to make it things look really bad now
Yeah.
because everything big free software is already so much better.
Uh-huh.
It's amazing.
It's pretty cool. Um wait, where is it? I haven't done a stream like this before with so many different video sources, so just bear with me here. Um it's not here. Okay. What? The game window isn't in the isn't being picked up by OBS. Uh there we go. For God's sake. So yeah, it's got like this plotting like tank-like movement to it. You're just like
Yeah, can you? I I feel that
yeah.
he still turns around lightning fast though compared to a Kingsfield man.
Yeah. And like a good, really cool thing about this program is you can just like go into the asset library and anything that uh anything that people made and uploaded is there. So you could just take like for example, first person player object that was already pre-made and just plop it into your game. That's what I did.
Oh, okay.
So
So
I
it's kind of like a Steam um like public like controller setting thing.
yeah,
Like anybody that anything that anybody did just goes into like a community pool. Okay.
here's that guy. And
That ought to, that ought to speed things up a lot.
oh yeah, it definitely does cuz if otherwise it would have been another like few days of learning just how to get it to work. Instead, like oh yeah, lock doors too. I just put those in the other day. Where's the key? Oh, here it is. This is the key, clearly.
How do we get into the
Coom
Coom
zone.
zone? I really need to get in there.
I did it with the Coom zone key.
That's the key. Whoa, dude.
um,
He picks it up Kingsfield style too.
So I took like so I took like this FPS player character and I just uh intentionally ruined it so that he turns really slowly and like I remove the mouse movement and like the mouse camera movement. So like he can look up and down, he can strafe, and when you pick up an item, you can rotate it. And this is a torch. I got like
Kingsfield, yeah, see those? That's a crystal flask in Kingsfield.
yeah.
Um, you notice that, or you can use that to you should be able to use that to hold different drinks and stuff.
Uh-huh.
That's important.
I like I'm proud of this part. Like how items work. Like you can equip anything to your hand, and like even the key. Now, if these items had like an on use function, then if I when I press the button, they do their thing. So all the items are basically the same object, whether they're like weapons or not.
Okay.
And I also like you can take an item. Like say the torch isn't putting off any light now, right? So I can take an oil flask, embed it. Now it's torch plus, and now it puts off light.
Hmm.
Because like I found out, all the all the data types in this um that the scripting language uses are dynamic. So you can just take an entire like say you have some data associated with an item that helps you load it and stuff. You can just take an entire item and embed it into another item. So now like when a torch it picks up on spawn that it has oil in it and then it starts burning. This is a bag of money, I guess. I don't know. They don't work yet. And this like this is just a pot. I guess I can just like carry a pot too. Yeah, shield, sword, and they're like different. There are different sword animations depending on like whether you're turning or moving forward.
It's kind of, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's like that in Kingsfield. I
It's
think
like
you can
that
get.
in it's like
I
that in
think you can
Shadow.
get.
It's like that in Shadow Tower Abyss, I think, right?
Yeah, I think you can do that in Kingsfield. I think.
Which
Like
one?
when you're turning, I don't remember, but for some reason I'm thinking that I beat Kingsfield 3 and 4. I always get confused.
Mm-hmm.
4 is the ancient city. Um,
Oh,
and Kingsfield 2 here is Kingsfield 3, and then Kingsfield 1 here is Kingsfield 1. Right?
yeah.
We didn't get Kingsfield 2, so I'm really confused. So I beat 3 and 4, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out a way to play 1 now. But for some reason my brain is just telling me that there was some way to get an alternate slash by turning or something. I don't know, maybe I'm imagining that.
Oh, weird. Right now, like this, I also have this mechanic where like if you hit walls, it clangs and the animation just ends. But this sword is too long, so it keeps hitting the ground. I gotta fix that. I kind of got like this rudimentary soul style enemy. Okay, I guess I broke it. Alright, so I'll fix that guy later. I think this crab works though. Okay, the crab doesn't work, but
Oh shit, that's
Hopefully,
freaking.
hopefully
Uh,
by the end of the stream I can show how the enemies work. But they
okay,
just they,
is there a is the how accurate can you make the collision geometry here? Like, is the collision geometry the same as the visual geometry, or is there a different box you had to make?
you normally for um like rigid objects with physics, uh
Yeah,
like uh they
it just
can't.
has collision by default, or
No, you need a collision like shape, like a simple
okay,
shape
yeah,
that goes
yes,
around the object. Like these guys are pill shaped. The player is pill shaped, and like that sword would have a like a pill shaped hitbox over it. It's like Dark
okay.
Souls, and the
And
animations work like Dark Souls too, and they just kind of walk up and attack.
with regards to the floor, how is there a complicated collision geometry for the floor?
Yeah, like you can just copy the object's collision as a collision
Like,
mesh.
okay, yeah, so you can just kind of steal its mesh already
Yeah,
that it has. Okay.
yeah. So like this is all empty, but so yeah, I got a lot of stuff working. Instead of walking back, I'll just restart. Um, so like here's I think I'll just walk around inside the building for a second. I want to what I want to do today is make like a separate dungeon because I haven't really figured out how to like it. There is a system for using like portal culling where for example you can walk inside a house and then the inside of the house loads.
Okay.
Oh, I can't walk over this ledge. This ledge is like 1 pixel too high or something.
So what is it? Is it just does it give you like a low res version of the inside of the house when you look at it? Or
No,
does it
uh,
call it that way, or
like
how does
not
it do it?
nothing's automatic. You would need to make a LOD object for that,
Okay.
and there are mechanics for LOD. So, um, oh yeah, and here's what I was thinking. Like, you want to, you can't get in this building at first. So I guess like the main objective of this area would be to walk all the way around the island to get here. And then this is like the servant entrance. And it's like, what the hell? What's up with this place? Why is this? What the? What happened here? And then you drop down here, and it takes you to like a fire dungeon or something. That's what I got right now.
Is that red mist just the is that just like the ambient occlusion for the whole world here? So that when you look down it looks red like that?
Yeah, that's actually there's I'll show you. So there's this world environment node. Oh yeah, I should explain how the whole thing works. Like there's this node thing. There's this node tree, and like they're basically like
Oh
in
yeah, I see now, yeah.
like Blender you'd have something similar to this. Like
Yeah.
if you have an object that's the child of another object, then um it like copies all its transforms, and it's really easy to just move things around and copy and like just set things up in a pleasing way that isn't too like hard on the like because you know with game development it's really easy to uh just accidentally find yourself in a situation where you're just dealing with a bunch of numbers and shit, and it's not very organized.
Yeah.
This kind of makes that impossible. So It's really fun to work with. So like there's this world environment node. You just put this like in your world, and it's got fog settings, and there's
Yeah,
also like vertical fog.
yeah.
So that's what that was. Like it's the vertical fog that appears after a certain like
Look, it's the yeah, it's mist.
y value. Yeah.
It's called mist in Blender, I think. Yeah,
Hmm.
like you set the fall off for the mist. It's kind of this is just the BSDF node in Blender,
Yeah.
basically. The default BSDF node that you just get when you select use node. The
Hmm.
one that's just kind of all purpose, good for changing, like
Yeah.
transparency, color. Mm,
I've also
yeah.
made a dungeon. There's not much to it, but it works. And what I'm gonna figure out maybe today is how to load this in when you walk in here, so that it isn't like constantly sitting here while you're walking around, because that'll be a waste of energy. So
Well, can you just uh can you just have that load a different map altogether?
the way this seems to work is like if you have this like uh if you have this as a node, like if you save this as you can save a node as a scene, and this like uh well, I don't want to mess things up by doing that, but you can save a node as a scene, and then all its children are just saved to a file, right?
Okay.
And if you do this with like a piece of geometry like this dungeon, then everything contained within the dungeon is part of that scene, and then you can just load in the entire scene when you want to, and that's how levels work. So you can make a interconnected world this way. It kind of kicks like I up until now I've used Game Maker, and it kind of kicks the shit out of Game Maker. Like it's so much
Yeah,
easier to do anything.
yeah, Game Maker kind of sucks. And there's been a lot of false. There's been a lot of like false starts for like new game making devices that ended up sucking.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
zillion of them. I can't even remember them all, but Godot seems pretty good. Unity seems pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I don't
can
know
you
if this is better than
can you
Unity, but it's pretty
is there
close,
a
probably.
is there a I'm is there a 3D game maker? Is that a thing?
Game
I've
Maker,
only ever played or made 2D crap in Game Maker. I've never.
Game Maker, um, it does support 3D, I think, but
Have you ever played
it's
it?
pretty
Has
crappy.
anyone ever?
I never used it.
I'm gonna have to look that up now and see if anyone's actually had a 3D game in Game Maker. I've never seen it.
I've seen it before. I've seen it like a long time ago, but
Whoa.
they never like no one's been able to make anything significant with it.
The only thing people seem to do in Game Maker is make RPGs, like top-down ones.
Hmm.
That's all I ever really see,
Yeah, yeah. It
which is
seems
fine, I guess. But
like Undertale was Game Maker,
yeah, that's as far as that can go.
and
Like,
and
it's just
from anecdotes from people who know Toby Fox, like the coding in Game Maker is just an absolute mess. Because the Game Maker doesn't have a it doesn't have an infrastructure that teaches you like the basics of game development. Like it just lets you sort of brute force stuff, and then you find yourself in a situation where uh just adding mechanics is so much work that's barely worth it.
Kerbal Space Program is made in Unity. That always amazes me.
Oh yeah. Oh, here's the problem with this area. The
Also,
collision box is offset.
oh yeah. Also, Kerbal Space Program 2 is going to be made in Unity as well.
Oh
I have
yeah,
no idea. I have no idea that's gonna work. Like Kerbal Space Program right now just it barely holds itself together.
yeah.
Like it like there's so many physics problems that can happen. It's just insane. Like
Hmm.
I have no idea how this how KSP2 is supposed to still work in Unity with the same everything. Like it just
Oh,
doesn't make any sense.
oh, let me tell you. Um, the physics in this aren't very great either. I'll show you. Like, look at this. Uh-oh. Um, I see this pot. I said objects with physics don't support like concave collision, right? But I want to be able to put things in this pot. So what I did was there is an option to uh create like multiple convex like collision surfaces. So this is actually made like almost every polygon is a different collision surface.
Okay.
But see what happens when I like push this into a wall. It just goes right through. There's not much I could do about that.
Like
Uh,
why can't you just why why can't you just have the collision object for that just be a sphere? And why can't they have sphere physics that are rigid? Like why is that
well,
difficult?
I wonder if this works. Yeah, I just deleted the shield. Like I really need to work on this. Or maybe like don't use physics at all. Just have
Yeah,
it like
King's
so that
Field.
these
Yeah, you should. I don't think you should use physics at all for King's Field stock clone. Like
yeah,
King's Field doesn't have it at all, really.
I'm really considering it cuz I mean it's kind of fun knocking around items, but if you can just shove them through the ground like this, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, King's Field has basically zero physics. I don't think it has it at all. And remember how Final Fantasy 15 didn't have a physics system?
Yeah.
Wasn't that weird? Like you don't notice it until you think about it. Like
Uh-huh.
I mean, if for a modern game, a quote unquote AAA big budget semi-open world adventure game, nowadays you expect physics, right? But if you're just playing just some random game, you wouldn't notice if it wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you're playing Final Fantasy 15 and someone tells you, "Did you notice that there's no physics?" You go, "What?" And it's true too. When you walk around, you try to hit something and nothing moves. Everything is completely rigid.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't notice until after like 300 hours of playing it.
Mhm. Oh yeah, you can get kind of creative with nodes when you want a node to like recognize the presence of another node, you could just make it the child. Like for example, you could just take a switch. Like this gate, I've moved it out of the way so it doesn't like so I don't have to go up here each time, but this gate is a child of this switch. So this switch
Okay.
just picks up the gate. Um like it just looks for its first child and so you don't need like a custom script for this switch um, to connect them.
Mm.
I think it's like important for like a novice oriented game engine that you have something like that because it really gets messy when objects like can't just be connected in the editor.
You're the directory on the left there. Can you pop that out? Like, or is that stuck to the left of the?
This one,
Yeah.
the scene list or the
Yeah.
file system.
The stuff on the left there. Yeah. The directory structure thing there on the left. The
Um,
file. There is that stuck in that view, or
oh
can
no, you can't.
you can't pop that out?
You can
Okay.
expand it, but
Okay. Because I was just looking at it and I was just wondering it would be good if you could pop these out and
mhm,
have the game window be like more of the screen space. You know what I mean?
yeah. And this is how I got like I also used like a nodes to like allow you to equip any item to like the left or right hand because there's like player arm left and like a player arm right node, and when when you equip something in the menu, it just creates the a child of these objects. So you don't need to look for it; they're already here, and you could just like it automatically moves with the player, and you like when you press a button, the child can just pick that up and do its thing, and it's really simple. This whole system took like maybe a few hours to set up. It's really efficient. Anyway, I'm gonna start making a level because
In Blender?
there's not much you can do in this kind of stream, so that's what I figured like I do today. Let's create a new scene. Have you been spoiling yourself on Elden Ring yet?
No.
I watched a couple of reviews on YouTube, but
Uh,
nothing
I,
like nothing spoilery because
it seems like another Breath of the Wild, like another thing that just like every reviewer likes. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying it's like Breath of the Wild. I'm saying that it's just like
I know it's
review
got the
wise.
same amount of like unconditional love.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. Like, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Uh, I have no idea what to think of it yet.
Hmm.
It's coming as of the time of recording this stream. It is coming out tomorrow. Um, yeah. Uh, I'm sorry that it, it's gonna run bad, but
Yeah, yeah. I'm stuck with the PS4 version.
yeah, it drives me
That's
crazy.
gonna be fun.
Hate that. Why don't you just go to the store and just go to 7-Eleven and pick up two PlayStation
Whoops.
5s, please? From go to your local gas station and pick one up.
A couple PlayStation 5s.
Yeah, I'll take two. All right.
There. Do you ever notice like uh weird stores selling consoles
Yes,
like
the
years after they
drugstore.
came out? The
Yeah,
drugstore. I got
hey,
my
like,
PS3 at the drugstore.
hey now, that's where I got King's Field at the
Oh,
at the drugstore.
oh my
In case
god.
you were that it's topical. Remember, I shit you not. I I was like 10 or something, and I went
Hmm.
to the local drugstore here, and you know what it is, but
I'm gonna do that later.
I they had this package like it was like one of those plastic burst open packages, you know, the ones with like
Hmm.
hard plastic that used to be hard to open.
Yeah.
It, and anyway, it had two PlayStation 1 games in it, like just there on top of each other. And this looking back, this was the friggin' best thing. But I didn't understand it at the time. But that package of two games, two PlayStation 1 games that I got at the drugstore, it was Future Cop LAPD and King's Field 2.
Yeah.
Two very different games.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's I mean now like let
Future
me
Cop
just
LAPD is pretty good too.
this is yeah, this is that was pretty good. We played it on the channel.
Yeah.
Uh let me just look up right quick um what what King's Field 2 costs on the PlayStation right quick.
Okay. Hmm.
Oh, holy shit. King's Field 2 PlayStation 1 $79 disc only.
Oh my god.
I
That's
just saw
brutal.
that on here. I have the disc, the box, and the manual in fantastic shape.
Awesome.
And I think that there's also I have an insert in there that's a little bestiary for the enemies in there too.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got it all. Yeah, and I didn't beat it until I was very old.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really a kid's
Definitely
game.
not for definitely not for kids.
Yeah.
You definitely shouldn't pack it in with Future Cop LAPD.
No. No, that doesn't seem like the best option.
Did you ever like make a square in Blender and then intentionally make like a crazy insane lattice work of verts on the inside of it just to make a
But
weird object? Just to make it weird. Like
how
I've
would
done
you
this.
do that?
Oh, I ended up I had to model like for an unrelated thing. I had to model the rotating bit inside a revolver gun,
Hmm.
and I realized how complicated
Hmm.
that object is later on. I thought it would be easy, but this object is it's a cylinder that's round on one end.
Oh yeah.
It has cutouts in it. It has grooves on the outside that
Oh,
are only half the length of the chamber thing,
oh yeah.
and it has holes dug into it from one end, like for the where the bullets go. And
Okay.
it's, I was realizing when I was thinking about, wow, this is a weirdly complicated object, and I ended up making a very um a strange topology, I guess you can say, to create the surfaces. I'll have to show you at some point, but
Okay.
it's very strange. But anyway, then I clued into like taking a sphere and then um breaking down all the polygons of the UV sphere, and then trying intentionally to make like star shaped like patterns of the crazy shit on the inside, and then looking at the wireframe. It's weird. It's a waste of
Yeah.
time, but it's
I,
pretty fun.
I'll tell
Like
you
see
though.
that flat panel there, that should be like a bunch of stars.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I did do something like this. I wanted to make like you know those like uh what do you call it? The grid with a bunch of like a cube with a bunch of grid like holes in it
Yeah,
going through.
yeah, I know.
Um,
That thing, I know what you're looking
it's hard
at.
to
Yeah, it's
describe. Yeah, but I use Boolean the
yeah,
where you take like something and cut out the like the child shape
yeah.
out of the object. It doesn't work here. It doesn't work like this.
Okay.
But I got something like this. But like if you look at it, it's got way too many polygons.
I
It's just a
think I could
mess.
do this. I
Cause
think I could do this by taking one. Yeah, I think you take Yeah, that's way too complicated for what
hmm
that is. You can if you just take one panel, subdivide it a few times, grab every like second square on that, expand region, and then pull, right?
hmm
And then take and then multiply that, and then set a blank parent object at the center of the square you want, and then anchor it to the parent at the center, and then rotate it 6 times, and then hit join. That would do the exact same thing really fast.
yeah.
But if you want to do it with
I
the child objects, the not child objects, sorry, the child polygon,
hmm
it's a little different.
I'm not sure I picked up on what you said, but I'll listen to it later and maybe I'll understand. But yeah, I had to use remesh on this. That's why there's so many messed up polygons. Because like otherwise they're like the face would go from here, the top of the cube to the bottom, and it would just cover up all the holes. Because that's how
Yeah.
the original the mesh like I used for Boolean was.
Okay.
Anyway, it's just doing that kind of thing is hard. That's my point. Anyway, yeah, like I'm not gonna. I was gonna like take a plane and cut out the platforms I want, but that's I don't think that's what I want to do.
Very bizarrely, I've already done this exact thing today, working on a video that I won't be
Oh
revealing
yeah,
for for this stream. Won't be
that's
revealed.
right. That's right.
Just kind of totally
Don't
on accident.
violate NDA. Don't do it.
I won't.
Yeah.
I'm so much faster at modeling things in 2.7 that I just model it in 2.7 and then port it into 2.9.
Aw, don't do that. Just learn how to use 2.9. It's gonna be like this forever, you know?
It's so fast. 2.7 is so fast. I know all the shortcuts.
It's fast for
And
you.
then I just go from there. It's like, all right, I got the object. I got the mesh. Now I can just do whatever.
Yeah. I'm slow with everything because I haven't, like... It's not... Like, I don't have as much experience, so...
I sit in Blender all day long, like all day. Like I don't know how to explain it.
It's fun. It's a fun
Blender's
thing.
open now. Blender's open right now. I didn't even realize it was open. Like
What?
it's open now. Like
Okay, well...
I just forgot. It's just open all the time.
Well, I mean,
Always on it.
it's a hobby for you, right? You got the DeviantArt account, and you got stuff going on, right?
You know the stuff.
Yeah, the stuff's going on.
uh,
You know, the illegal
yeah, you know
the illegal Blender trade.
they're like making illegal objects in Blender. That's what you should have called this. How to make illegal objects in Blender. Oh, thanks for bringing in a totally unrelated real life thing into the chat.
What the hell? What kind of real life things?
What do you think that means?
Uh, God, I can't read it. Damn it.
Whatever, whatever.
I need to just have a browser open. I don't care anymore.
You can't, I can't figure out how to manage all this. I don't know. You
Where
need
am
an
I?
engineer. You need an engineer.
Yeah.
People normally will have someone like who does this, while they're trying to stream.
Uh-huh. Um, hold on. I'll just do it. I'll just open up my bloated browser Vivaldi. This bloat fest.
I don't use that anymore. I use Brave.
Ooh. All right.
I told you before I had to switch to it. Vivaldi is just having an unexplainable error for me. Like it it works fine, and then after a certain amount of time of just being on, it becomes completely unresponsive
Look at this.
with, with no explanation. I don't know what's happening.
Oh yeah. Maybe you're running into a Windows 7 thing.
Maybe
Maybe it's
I'm
really that
starting to
bad.
I'm starting to I'm starting to wonder about stuff. Like I'm starting to wonder if there's things I just can't, that just aren't working for me because I'm on Windows 7. Starting to
Uh,
wonder about that. Like starting to wonder because I mean, like you're downloading, like say you're downloading a new program or anything like a browser, say, your the version of the program
oh, here we go.
that's configured for your operating system is
I
necessarily
found it.
gonna get the least attention, right?
Yeah.
So like eventually Brave will stop supporting Windows
What the
7 and
hell, right?
I'll just have to live on the old version. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
um I
Well.
recently like I put together a Windows Vista machine. Don't ask why, but I tried to get Opera working on it, and it's Opera has stopped supporting Windows Vista so long ago that it's just using this very strange old version, and I'm just worried that that's going to be me in a few years.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I have to use the old strange version of everything.
Uh-huh.
I'm old fogey who just has old ideas and is stuck in the ancient past.
Yeah.
Old caveman, old caveman operating system I have. Old caveman blender I got to use now.
Oh, it's a shame. But like it's you say that, but Windows 10 really does suck. Like every my experience with it has just been awful.
No, you can't just walk past the reason for creating a Vista machine. You can't just
I'm gonna have like a this is gonna be like a fire cave with walkable platforms and like lava underneath. It's gonna be like that. So I'm gonna like take this, then extrude it so it becomes like a solid thing,
Mm.
and then just put uh, like a damaging plane below there.
You ever
Have some
just
walls around it. That'll
you
be it.
ever just click all on an object and then extrude the entire thing and then delete the extra verts later? You know how you're
Uh
supposed to just grab the outside and extrude it? You know what I
oh
mean?
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just I'll do it the wrong way and then fix the verts later, and then
That is stupid. I don't know.
do and then I'll if I accidentally create an inverted normal, I'll just use Control N to
Oh
make
man.
the normals what do you call it? Make the normals concise or something,
Yeah.
whatever the word they use. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, but I often will just do that. Oh, did you know that you can unjoin joined objects in Blender?
Unjoin? I know you can like separate objects, and
Yeah,
that basically achieves that.
I select the object that's been joined. I hit Control P and then I select separate by loose parts,
Hmm.
and that's how I can join things if I want to do something and then unjoin them later. It's like say like I create a complicated object, I join them, and then I find out that I want a certain part of that to have a different texture.
Yeah.
Then I do Control P, separate by loose parts, and then treat that extra object as its own object with its own material, and then rejoin
Okay.
it, and it actually like works. Like you can like force a little texture onto a little part of a thing by unjoining it, changing the material, and joining it again.
Oh, that's yeah. You can do a lot of weird shit like that.
It's so much. These programs are complicated enough that you can almost figure out your own way to do things.
Hmm.
It's really strange like that. You can almost just have some way that you do it that is not normal and no one else does it like that.
Yeah.
Just because it's open ended enough is. Do you need all those verts on that platform? Like, are you gonna make it rough? Like, are you gonna make it like wobbly,
This
or
one?
it's just gonna?
No. This was just a side effect of like I can just kind of join all these in the middle.
As long as these objects are
Actually, no.
flat, if these objects are gonna stay flat, if this is gonna stay a perfectly flat surface,
Hmm.
you don't actually need any internal verts. You can just cheat and hit all and hit F and make a
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
But
I know. But
but you can't do that if you're gonna try to make like any kind of a any kind of a bump in it. And if you're gonna make any kind of a bump in it, they should be triangles anyway.
uh
I noticed that it's really easy to accidentally create like a fake surface.
huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah. I
what to
know
call it.
exactly
You
what
know
you
this?
mean.
Yeah, the surface where it's like a bent square that
Yeah.
it only lets
Yeah.
go from
Yeah.
one
And
end.
like Blender decides, seems to like decide randomly which ones are concave and which ones are convex.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't trust it. You have to just. You can hit the entire. You can select the entire object and then hit Control T to triangulate it,
Hmm.
and just do that and hope that it figures it out. But
Yeah.
it's oftentimes it doesn't.
I'm gonna. Ooh, this is. Oh, you're trying to make a flat surface, and then like
Yeah, like
part of
that's
it's
what I
just at
did.
an angle for
Yeah,
no
it's
reason.
I think it's because you would move the camera and then picked a vert and then slid the vert around relative to camera.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
how
it.
that happens to me. That happens to me all the time.
Uh,
I'll look back and something is completely twisted
yeah,
by a trick of the eye.
like
Not to mention the
normally,
fact that there's no texture on it, so you can't actually tell when you're doing
hmm
it. You know what I mean?
normally you just press like numpad 7, and that like pops it to the top. But I
Mm.
like to.
Yeah, I do the orthometric view with 179 and 3 on the number pad and 5 to switch between perspective and ortho, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But sometimes if I accidentally have twisted surfaces like that, I will select the object and then go to scale and then set the Z scale to 0. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
and that'll actually flatten the entire thing without like having to actually like do it by eye. Like I've done that before.
Yeah. Now that I think like these aren't going to be completely flat. Like I'm thinking it's going to like incline upwards and then you drop down onto a like a platform. Cuz I don't want like this is the first level, so I don't want people like walking over coals like in Lost Islet, but
In
that
Kingsfield
comes later.
4, in Kingsfield 4, the starting area, you can walk off into lava.
I know.
When as soon as
I
you start, you can walk and just dip off the edge into lava.
There's even a trap. There's a trap that
Yes,
like
there's a
screws
trap
you
like
over.
there's a trap like 3 feet away where you would normally walk when you start. Like
Yeah, yeah. It's
it gets
crazy.
crazy. Kingsfield 4, the ancient city, it gets way crazier than that though. It
Uh-huh.
gets way crazier than that later. It gets like I told you before, I encountered this thing in Kingsfield 4 where there was a in order to progress the game, I had to find this tiny, tiny object on the ground. And it's not sparkling or anything. It looks just like there's no special shader on it.
Yeah.
It's just the object. It's just the thing. It's just the key. There's nothing special about it. It's tiny and it's down on the ground. And it was behind a door. Like, you know, when you go into a room and you open the door and you don't look behind the door?
Mhm.
Like the corner, the hinge where the
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's like it was in the arc of the door, but behind the door. Like when you open the door and walk into the room, it's in the corner that the door makes with the wall. It's I don't know how to explain it. It's really insane. And would never think to look there. And amongst other things, like there's a thing in Kingsfield 2 or Kingsfield 3, for that matter, that
Yeah.
they just assume that you're gonna kill all the enemies in this room because one of them drops the thing you need.
Oh man.
There's no reason to assume that the player would want to kill all the things in a room,
That's
but
not fun.
but yet I did, and somehow I miraculously found what I needed, and I was shocked myself.
Oh my god.
I just happened to kill everything in this room for no reason. I was just having fun, and one of them happened to drop the thing I needed. Oh wow!
It's too easy not to kill enemies in Kingsfield too. 'Cause it takes forever.
I know. It's trying to make you not do it, but then one time, one of
Yeah.
the enemies just dropped what you need.
Uh-huh.
Um, and there's a thing in Kingsfield 3 also that there's like a there's a floor that's all lava, and you need to run through it to get to this chest, and the chest has nothing in it.
Oh my god. That's awesome though.
I just flipped out. There's not. It was just like sitting in the middle of the room. This chest hard to get to, and there was just nothing in it.
Mhm.
It wasn't even a mimic. Like it wasn't even a skeleton. I mean, because Kingsfield has skeleton treasure chests, not mimics per se.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess a skeleton in a chest fills the role of a mimic,
Mhm.
but it's not really. You know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that they just like the mimics already existed in popular culture, but then they just went with maybe an entire skeleton should be
Yeah.
in this chest and pops out and attacks you.
Is this supposed to be twisted like this, or just
Uh,
making
tw-
sure?
like
Like do
yeah.
your ortho view and look. Okay, yeah. It looks like that's a hill to me from what I can see.
Oh see, I don't know where you are in the stream.
Yeah. Oh no, it's flat. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just making sure because it's deceptive.
Yeah.
It's an optical illusion that makes it to me look like that's a hill, but
Hmm.
it's not.
So anyway, like these are going to be uh
I've done that before too. You ever like make something in Blender and you really think it's wrong, but it's not
uh-huh.
because you're just giving yourself an optical illusion?
Yeah.
Done that before. Like you're just seeing it wrong. Like it's fine, but it just looks wrong.
Hmm.
It's very hard to explain.
Okay. Oh yeah, another thing. You were talking about like all those fake shapes that Blender will generate on its own.
Yeah,
Uh, like non-tri polygons aren't supported in Godot. So
it's
it's
only triangles.
yeah. So if you have quads, it'll like automatically like the extension will automatically that you're using to export it will automatically export them to, or it'll automatically triangulate all quads. So you
So
gotta
it'll just
watch
guess.
out.
It'll just guess it.
Yeah,
What it'll guess what your intention was.
yeah.
Does it?
No,
Does it do a good job or is it bad?
no. It just does what the triangulate function does in Blender.
Okay.
It's not like its own thing. It just performs triangulate on all the geometry.
Yeah. Okay. I often have to go back and fix it when I do that. Like I have to. It will do something that's not exactly my mind's eye intention. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's
But
yeah. That's why I'm bringing it up. Like you gotta keep that in mind
yeah.
because it'll do some
I
weird
guess
stuff.
that's good. I guess that's a good thing that Godot only uses tries or triangles. I mean,
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's keep it copacetic. You know,
It
keep
might
it
just
good.
because it might just be because the 3D render demands that. Because like games are almost always made out of triangular polygons.
Not always though. I've played a few that are in squares. It's really weird. On the Saturn, I think Daytona USA that we played. I
Uh-huh.
think that's squares. I remember bringing it up in the video. I was looking really hard at it, and I thought I was seeing squares, but I don't know.
Oh, that yeah. Uh the Saturn does use squares
That's that's that's
because
pretty cool.
they're sprites. They're not actually polygons. They're not rendered like using the polygon standard, you know.
Yeah.
But like this, I know this uses OpenGL, which is like something that a lot of like freeware games and stuff use. So I think the try requirement is related to that.
Hold on. Just go into whoops.
And make this really narrow.
Shit! I just accidentally destroyed my friggin' Blender window. Okay.
Oh no.
Now
How'd you
you
do
know
that?
how I don't know if you had this problem, but you go up and you click the wrong toolbar.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And then because in Blender 2.7, like I went up and I tried to go up to the top tool tip and tried to go to user preferences.
Yeah.
But what I actually did was I made a new window squished in there for user preferences that took over the. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know. Maybe you don't know what I mean. It's complicated and stupid, but there I got it. And then you have to remember what the name of the original tooltip is. Like for me, it's info, and I had to reset info as the top toolbar.
Okay,
Uh,
that's weird.
that's gonna make a lot of sense for anybody who happens to listen to this.
I
Like
have no idea what you're talking
that's gonna make
about.
sense.
I don't make that many like I don't work with Blender enough to make those kinds of mistakes, right?
I'll be making something and I'll screw the window up so hard that I have to go back to an old save. Not the model. I've screwed up Blender. Like I've screwed. I can't
Oh
figure.
my god.
I get to a point where I can't figure out how to get to the file. Like like to open recent. Like I can't see where anything is. Like
Hmm.
the compositor window has now taken over the 3D viewport entirely, and I can't get it back and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, here's where things get spicy. I'm gonna give you the option to walk on the coals to take a shortcut. Um, hmm. Wonder if this is just easier than the other route. I want it to be easier than the other route. It's not gonna work. Yeah, I was wondering like how many have you ever seen somebody who like exclusively streams game development?
No,
Because like
I
for
wish
most
I could.
people, I imagine for
Yeah, I
most
have
people,
not. I mean,
it's got to be too time consuming.
it's very hard to talk while you're doing it.
Yeah.
I know absolutely no one in the world knows what the hell this is because there's still one person watching. Because no,
Well, I mean,
does anybody know what King's Field is even?
oh my god.
I don't know. No, I don't know anybody. You'd really think that since Souls games exploded in popularity, people would think about King's Field a little bit, but no one seems to. I don't think anybody cares. It's kind of like hoping that the massive sales success of Persona 5 will get people to play SMT2. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
I
it's
don't
not
think.
happening. No, no, it's not. That's a pipe dream. It's not real.
Mm-hmm. It's fake.
It's fake. It's fake and gay. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody talking about King's Field anywhere. Mostly
I don't think.
because King's Field is garbage.
Yeah, yeah. Mostly. I mean, that's a pretty good reason.
Well, I mean, did you friggin'? I'm still fuming over Souls Hacker. No,
Souls
uh,
Hacker. Yeah.
no. It's so what the holy shit? Soul Hack,
Soul Hacker 2, right?
Soul Hackers
Soul
two,
Hackers. Soul
Soul Hackers.
Hackers 2.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
that's so. I just realized I never said it out loud before,
Uh huh.
and I kept wanting to say Souls Hacker, not Soul Hackers. God dang it. Anyway,
Souls
Soul
Modder 2.
Hackers, Soul Hackers 2. Just like it's just Persona. You seen the trailer?
Yeah.
It's I was in the stream waiting for that to get revealed, like because there was a countdown on the
Uh huh.
Atlas YouTube channel. I was like, oh, here we go. What is this? And it was just slowly dawned on me that this is this is just Atlas wanting another Persona. So they just stole Soul Hackers and just said, oh, we can just convert this into Persona.
Yeah, it looks like that. It,
It's so obvious.
it's very neon. It's
Oh,
like very
yeah.
loud.
It's I'm I don't I don't need any more style. Like I'm done with stylish games. I hate it. I need to go back. We need
I
to
need misery and suffering.
we need like return to dirt and grime. Return to dirty.
Yeah.
Like the silly interface. Like look at the new Mario Golf game side by side with the N64 game. Did you ever do that? And just look at how the Switch one has no like it has no like the menus are just like a square box and the font is Arial. Like you know what I mean?
Uh huh.
Who started that? That crap with friggin' HUDs that had nothing going on in them. Like who started that shit? I wish I could just strangle them.
Yeah, it's weird. It's stylish to just do nothing now.
And then yet you have Atlas and they make Persona and Soul Hackers and it's just a nightmare. It's just like it's so loud, it's so stylish, it's so like I can't stand like you know how sometimes people will post like the Persona 5 menu shit and say how cool it is, and I just hate it. I can't look at it. Like
Yeah.
see how like the menu keeps twisting around and rotating and it's so like shit's moving around all the time and there's so many it's so alive. I don't know, I don't like
Uh huh.
I like when there's like a middle ground. Like it's kind of like the menu kind of looks just like a menu and it's just but it has like maybe a gold border or something.
Hmm.
Or maybe the tooltip for the menu is it looks like wood. You know what I mean? Like something that has something going on but isn't like graffiti. It
Right.
isn't mine graffiti that Persona looks like.
Right.
Just trying to scream at you that this is styling. We are
Yeah.
styling. Okay,
Yeah.
this is stylish. You
You're
better go read it.
breathtaking.
Yes, you're all breathtaking.
Yeah, for me it's like the style is too heavy like you're saying, but for me like the music in Persona really gets on my nerves because
Yeah,
it's all got lyrics and
I don't really dig that. I don't know. I can't. I've
like
never liked any of this modern SMT music. I don't know. People seem to love it though. I
yeah.
can't do it. But I know I have weird opinions with
uh,
stuff that isn't normal. Like I like the Dragon Quest music.
yeah.
Like I know everybody hated that and I couldn't understand why. I could listen to it forever, but
Hmm.
yet everybody loves this weird J rap music for Persona and I can't handle it for 1 second. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it all
It
started with remember The World Ends With You?
mhm.
That's I think that's who started it.
uh I don't remember the music in World Ends With You.
It's just it's like really
Maybe. Oh, yeah, you know what? Maybe the reason I don't remember is because I had the volume turned down.
yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
I'm playing
Oh,
through Radiant Historia with the volume turned down. I don't know. I don't like how it sounds. I don't know. I don't understand. It's
oh man,
very
that's not great.
very bland. The music is bland. I
But
don't know how
like
to explain it.
JRPG battle music really like it needs to be a certain way for me
I
because
know. It's an art form. It's really interesting.
because even like the Strange Journey battle music, it had this like bombastic thing going on that was a little too strong, and like through the like 80 hours I played that game, it drove me nuts. And
Yeah.
it wasn't bad or anything. It was just too much.
That's it. The fear of God. That's what that's called.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I actually I like that battle theme a lot, but I think it's one of the better ones for the series, but I think it should have been the boss theme. You can go a little bit more nuts with the boss theme.
Yeah, that's right.
Um I generally don't like the modern like I generally don't like SMT battle themes after after Strange Journey really. Like I never really I don't like I don't really like the way they sound in 5. I don't people lose their minds over the SMT4 soundtrack and I hate it. I don't understand.
Hmm.
There's a
Yeah.
certain way I want it to sound. My favorite battle theme ever from the SMT series is the Amala Network battle theme
Oh, really?
from Nocturne. Yeah. The but even that one is a reused track from SMT If or something. You know, one of those Japan only ones.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that's where that came from. I
I do
remember when
remember
we
something like
originally
that.
played.
Yeah.
Yeah, we originally played that game. We both speculated that this theme was from an older game
Yeah.
without knowing anything about it, and we were correct.
It sounds classic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite one, but I generally like the older ones for music, but
Hmm.
yeah. But I wish Kaneko would come back. We need him so we need his guidance in these trying times so bad to help us see through Soul Hackers too.
Yeah, yeah.
We need him to come back. Oh God, we didn't.
Sadly, Kaneko is lost to time.
I know. Where is he? Where is he gone? He's it's everything is so everything now just screams at you.
Yeah.
But for some reason Kaneko designs stuff that it makes you really want to look at it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it makes you it makes it's like a Junji Ito type thing where it's like you can't look away.
Hmm.
Like it's not extremely pretty, but it really catches the eye and makes you not it makes you want to focus on it really hard.
Hmm.
Like they're both really good at that. Like an object that is just it's like if you were making this game and there was a room that had a sphere in it in the center, and the sphere was made up of a bunch of tiny circles, and the
Uh-huh.
circles were glowing, and it was rotating slowly, and you just kept looking at it forever.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what Kaneko does, but
It's like
it's
a
like
it's like a biblical angel sort of thing.
yeah,
Like it's just
Kaneko does
so
make
so incomprehensible that you can't look
yeah
away.
Kaneko makes levels like that and like worlds like that, and character designs that also are kind of like that. Like
Uh,
there's a reason why everybody remembers Demi Fiend.
yeah,
Like he's possibly the most popular visually SMT character, possibly. Like he's so interesting to look at. Like,
yeah, yeah.
and he's not. He doesn't. His design doesn't scream at you.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't know what's going on with Soul Hackers too. Everything's just screaming at me on the one click thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's like trying to make you uncomfortable.
You know, it's just something about Soul Hackers too. It just feels really sleazy. I don't know how to put my finger on it. There's something about it. Something about it I just hate. And the original game is supposed to get very expensive. Just trapped in 3DS world.
Yeah.
People are gonna be like, Soul Hackers, yo, this is like a new persona. And then they're gonna go on eBay and they're gonna look up Soul Hackers 1 and they're gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna get Soul Hackers 1 to get up on the story. And then they're gonna like play it and be like, what is this? What is happening?
Yeah, yeah.
Why do I need to have magnetite in order to keep a demon in my party? What? What? Even I don't like that, but holy shit. Yeah, Soul Hackers is in the old timeline of SMT games where you need to actually have magnetite to, in order to keep demons in your party, or they'll go away. Like so, you like
Oh, that's weird.
it's well, the really old games have it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like imagine if in an RPG, in order to keep people in your party, it was expending money, right?
Yeah.
So you're incentivized to unsummon your party members. So in Soul Hackers, I found myself walking around a lot with nobody in my party,
Okay.
like just braving the demons, just like going in just myself and trying to survive. It's kind of weird needing to have magnetite in order to have demons summoned, but I don't really love that, but it's like that. The old
Hmm.
Soul Hackers one is like that.
Maybe Soul Hackers 2 won't be quite so retro. Its design.
Oh, doesn't look like it. Yeah,
All right. That's what we're looking at. Now I'll extrude this whole thing.
just click A and extrude all of it, and then deal with weird internal faces.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably a couple of them. I think.
Ooh. Yeah, if
Yeah,
you
there's a
change to
couple right
render
here.
mode, yeah, change to render mode now, and I wonder if you have an inverted normal. I'm very curious.
Okay.
You might just look around for
Um,
one weirdly dark polygon.
I
Is this rendered? I don't know what I'm. What is this like the full rendered view, or is
no,
this
no, this is
something?
viewport shade or solid mode.
Okay, yeah, you should do it in rendered. Do
Okay.
you have a lighting source?
No. Oh,
Okay, yeah, maybe.
I have fighting normals here. I have like
Okay,
two layered on top of each other, but I'll get that later. Or maybe I should just get rid of the faces.
yeah, something's fighting there. Look, uh, something is in Mortal Kombat. Like, there's you got a gladiator here. Look at this. Look at
Wait.
Look at this fighting gold. Look at this. Remember how Luigi's Mansion has Z fighting?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Remember when we were playing it and Luigi's model has fighting? It's awful.
Yeah, that was a GameCube launch game, so who
That
knows
yeah,
how
that
much
game is
trouble they
ugly.
had.
That game is ugly.
I
That
used
game
to
is
I used to be
ugly.
so like I was so impressed with that at first,
Yeah,
just because it didn't have like the just because Luigi's hands weren't like cubes.
yeah.
And I think like they tried to make it visually impressive too, because it's um it's one of those types of games that you can make it visually impressive because it's not like it doesn't have physics or anything.
Yeah, it's also the game is also made up of very small environments.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
It's very constrained. The game it's one of those game designs that calls itself.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why some of those old like PlayStation games looked amazing because they knew how to design a game to like auto cull, like just the way it's designed culls so extremely well, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Oh wait, that's not it.
And not to mention the games with pre-rendered backgrounds, like they are amazing. Like it was Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9.
Hmm.
They look fantastic. They feel real in a way that we haven't been able to get back to. I don't know why that is. The pre-rendered backgrounds just feel so good, and it allows you to if you're using pre-rendered backgrounds, I think it frees up so much of the development time for the people who are creating the gameplay content
Hmm.
that you can have a shitload of content. Like you'd think that the first 3D Final Fantasy game would have very little content, right? Because it's the first 3D one and they don't know what they're doing supposedly. But actually it has a mind-boggling amount of content.
Yeah, yeah.
Somehow it's crazy. Like we need to when will we return to pre-rendered backgrounds? Return to pre-rendered background.
That would be who is the man who's crazy enough to do that?
Just
I
imagine
think,
you're we're
man,
going back to pre-rendered backgrounds for a PlayStation 5 RPG. Holy shit, what? Whoa.
but
Man,
imagine
that
how
game
many pre-rendered backgrounds you'd be able to fit in.
holy shit. And imagine the amount of gameplay content that the scenario designers will be able to create because they don't have to like worry about a bunch of 3D shit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's why Final Fantasy 7 just has a huge end game, a very long story. It has a very good pace because there's a lot of interesting things can happen. Like interesting things happen because the scenario designers are free to create situations that are complicated,
Hmm.
quote unquote, because we only have to worry about the pre-rendered background. We don't have to like create a physics object rolling around, which bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and a ton of mini games because normally if you're developing a fully quote unquote fully 3D game, you would have to take that mini game, let's say the snowboarding mini game, that would
Yeah.
be like how they'd have to render the entire game, and that would take forever.
Uh
You'd never
huh.
be able to do it. If you were trying to make Final Fantasy VII as an actually 3D game, if you know what I mean, it would be 10% as long and 1,000 times shittier.
Yeah.
So, thank God for whatever
Oh god.
genius came up with the pre-rendered background shit.
Yeah, that would be like fully 3D FF7. That'd be like FF7 was already too much work for that team, and they
I
barely got
know.
it out.
Yeah, they barely got it out, but they got it out with like the amount of content in it. Like, it's like we can't even do that again today. We can't do it anymore. It's just like
Hmm.
it's crazy. Like we can't do it. Final Fantasy VII has a submarine.
It does, yeah.
It has a submarine, and it has chocobo raising, and you can ride the golden chocobo wherever you want.
Yeah.
and it has the airship, and the airship gets an upgrade.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy. Like it's nuts. It's not content with just being a 3D game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's not content with just being, oh, this is just the first 3D Final Fantasy. It's not content with that.
No, no, that's not
It
good
has
enough.
it has to destroy everything else.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's really a bygone era.
Yeah.
You know, look at this smart topology deformation here that we're doing. Look at this. Isn't this crazy? Just click and dragging these things.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you pressing G to grab them?
Uh no, I'm just in sculpting mode.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is no longer built from square. You're cheating. You're sculpting. I can tell.
Oh my god. I've ruined it.
Are you able to tell when an object is built from square by looking at it?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Remember when we played Derpy Conga, the demo for that piece of shit? The last thing you played before you left last time?
Ooh, I did it backwards. God damn it.
What did you do?
This entire thing is back. I was gonna have you like slowly incline and then drop to these platforms. Instead, I'll have you like slowly go down, and now you have to like jump onto the platforms.
Maybe that's better.
No, you can't jump.
It's better because it's not what you wanted. It's unintuitive.
Yeah, but the jump is so small. I can't make the jump too big, or else you're gonna be able to like jump to weird places. Okay, back to cube one, let's say.
I hope you
Ah,
deleted the starter cube.
yeah. There was no starter cube because I'm already in like a because it's not a new blend file.
Oh my god. Whoa.
That 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 video of like all like the
Yeah,
realm where all
yeah,
the starter cubes go is pretty funny.
yeah. It is. It's funny.
It's like they're all
I,
piled up there.
I
And
guess everybody just does it.
yeah.
I do it. I always delete it. Even if I don't have to. Even if there's no reason, I could just keep going from the square. Even if
Oh
you know.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, as I was saying, the characters in Derpy Conga are very obviously sculpted from Sphere. Could you tell that? Like
I
there's
guess, yeah.
yeah, there's sculpt. You know, you can have something built from Square or sculpted from Sphere, and I can just tell now if something is sculpted from Sphere. Like soft bodies, like characters and stuff, they often try to sculpt these from Sphere because they get intimidated when they think about how do I do the polygonal mesh for a human body.
Hmm.
Like, and I know it's not always obvious, but I think it is kind of fun. Like
Uh-huh.
imagining the taking it's kind of fun building a human head from square
Yeah, yeah.
and just yeah,
Because
I've
like
done it a
it's
few
kind of a
times, but
it's kind of a problem solving thing. Because
yeah, it is a little puzzle.
you have to do things like in a proper order, or else you're gonna have like messed up polygons.
That no spoilers, but
Oh,
a unique character for the game of the year video is built from square.
oh,
You've already seen him.
yeah, I know, but
Okay.
he's gonna be he's gonna be like a built from square then. That's important info because
Yeah, it's very important. It's very
otherwise
important.
he's you know a lot of people don't understand this, but if something isn't built from square, that means it's sculpted from sphere, and that simply won't do, right?
If you're sculpted from sphere, guess what? You're a poser because you were made in poser, probably.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, remember poser?
yeah, yeah. Poser is fun.
Holy shit! Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like this program where you just got a dude and you get to pose him.
Mm, mm.
And I guess like didn't we like have access to that in high school?
Yeah,
Didn't they have it
it,
on the PCs?
yeah. You could mess around with it. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
I liked it so much I pirated it.
You like it so much you swashbuckled it.
Yeah.
Let let this be the day that you almost caught Jack Sparrow. I forget how it goes.
Oh no.
Remember where he said like, "Remember this is the day that you almost caught Jack Sparrow" or something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. I don't know.
Remember how Jack Sparrow became the default pirate?
Yeah.
Remember that? You started seeing pirate costumes start to reflect Jack Sparrow
Uh-huh.
because he was the most popular pirate in media for a long time. Like those movies were so popular that they changed what it meant to look like a pirate because Jack Sparrow traditionally did not wear the pirate hat. He wore like a bandana. And
Hmm. Now here's a
I
place where you
really
can jump.
I really like those first two movies, and I always watch them when they're on TV. But that third one, there's something about the third one that feels like it's jumping the shark a little bit.
Oh yeah. I think
I
I
don't know if
seen the
you've seen
third
it.
one. Yeah, I
Yeah, I've
might.
seen it.
Like
I
somewhere in
seen
my
it,
lizard
and
brain, I know what you're talking about, but I don't
yeah,
remember
I've
that
seen
movie very well.
the CGI in two is still amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it. It's still the ship that goes underwater and then gets filled with barnacles and stuff,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the guy turns into Cthulhu
Uh-huh.
or whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's still go back and look at that. It's fantastic. It's still good. It's after all this time. I don't know. I don't know how or why they just somehow had a really good understanding of the specific tools they were using and a really good understanding of how to use the lighting to make it feel real.
Yeah, yeah.
Like same with District 9. Like that
Oh yeah, District
that's
9 did look
yeah.
really good.
District 9 still looks crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Lighting is so important. You have to match the lighting in the 3D model to the world. You have to film the movie kind of at the same time as you're modeling the assets, so you can tell what the lighting is supposed to look like at all times.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, lighting is just like the central key to everything. Because you can even make bad models look good with like
Yeah,
proper lighting
if
effects.
if you take the starter cue from Blender and you
Hmm.
match the lighting perfectly with the film that you have,
Yeah.
and you use like physically based rendering to render just the surface of the cube and make it look physical,
Hmm.
you would believe that there literally is a mysterious gray cube in the world.
Yeah, yeah. That's
You could
right.
do it. It People don't tend to do it, but you could do it. Like it's
Hmm.
that's how important lighting is now. If how you know how much weight it carries with regards to making something look real. I think.
Yeah. Nintendo loves like taking like low quality assets and using lighting to make them look good. Remember the fruit in in uh, God
Pikmin 3.
Pikmin 3? Yes, yes.
Yeah, I found myself on the Wii U spending more time looking at 3D assets than I did on any other console. Any other supposed
that
more advanced console, I spent way more time in the Wii U looking at it.
that's because the Wii U was like so underpowered that they had no choice but to
Yeah,
like use alternative methods to make stuff look good.
I I remember spending a long time looking at stuff in Pikmin 3 and in Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 looks insane, and Pikmin 3 still looks insane.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart 8 might last another 10 years. They could probably
Well,
re-release that game a few times.
Nintendo probably is going to re-release it again, I bet.
Uh huh.
Like with the booster pack or whatever.
Oh yeah. Um.
They were probably working on Mario Kart 9 and then they just realized people keep buying Mario Kart 8. If you look at the sales data for that, it's completely insane.
I shouldn't have did this. I was gonna like turn this. I was gonna find a way to turn this like little nook into a staircase, but it's just not gonna work. I don't know how I'm gonna even start with this shit. I,
What do you want to do?
I hope this doesn't like.
You want to make a staircase?
Yeah, I dug out that little square, and
Okay.
I was gonna try to turn it into a staircase, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it from there. I think I just gotta do it from scratch. So um, like this is what we're talking about. You gotta plan this stuff ahead of the time if you're gonna be sculpting it this way. Like especially if you want to conserve polygons.
I would have, whatever. I would have like gotten rid of the top face, grabbed the bottom, the tooth, grabbed the little the edge at the bottom of that square,
Hmm.
um, extruded it to into the into the thing, and then extruded up and then over and up and over and over and over again. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Make the stairs, and then made an edge at the top of the stairs with the other remaining corners of that square,
Hmm.
and then manually built the triangles. Like
I Yeah, well, I couldn't um delete like the faces of that corner because when I get rid of the when I try getting rid of it, it would just like I think like there were no faces on the inside of the square, so I would have had to like I say just build it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna use Boolean. That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna build like an inverted staircase,
I really,
and then remove
mm,
that mesh from the shape.
uh, yeah, I wish so bad that we could have Reboot come back. Because I was just thinking, wouldn't it be cool if there was a character named Boolean?
Oh man,
That sounds like a cool name for a guy.
yeah.
Boolean. Maybe Fong is dead, and the new principal office, the guy in the principal office, is Boolean. God, there's so many fun things. So many things have happened in computing.
Yeah, yeah. There's so many like funny terms that you could use. Cause
I
like
know.
I think I've been thinking about this. Why there's so much like weird shit in like the standard names for computing, and I think it's because like programmers have such a dry job that they do everything they can to have fun. So they come up with these weird terms. Wait a minute. Why did this turn? Oh, that's what. Okay. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Oh, that's alright. Never mind.
Do you ever use like Shift R to like rotate by notches?
Yeah,
That's
controller.
important. Let me just see what it is for me. Maybe it's control, and I'm
Maybe it changed it because you're so hooked on your 2 point whatever uh stuff.
no, it's controller. I had it backwards. Shift R is when you want to do it really slowly.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
Control R is notches. Yeah, I just remember it now.
Mhm.
I don't even think when I'm doing it. I just do it.
Um, a lot of the I think the Godot editor is mostly inspired by Blender, so I think they knew that people are going to be used to that. because like all a lot of the keybinds are the same, but you can't actually edit anything. You can only move around objects.
So is B the freaking select multiple? Like clicking create a square to grab stuff. You know what I mean?
B.
Like press B right now on random space and then move the mouse.
Oh.
See
Well,
that? How you're making a
I just like you could just do that with normally without pressing B.
oh I can't okay I can't
Uh-oh,
in I
mind
can't in
blown.
2.7.
Okay.
So I can't in mine. So my old version.
See?
Uh
Neat and tidy. Man, I had like before I learned about Boolean, this kind of shit was just mind crushing. Like I had no idea what I was doing.
yeah, I figured out like only a few months ago how to cut a perfectly circular hole in an irregular shaped object.
Oh yeah.
I can do that now. It's weird though. Couldn't figure that out for a long time, but I had to figure it out for something.
Hmm. I wonder what's gonna happen. See, none of this has any edges, so I wonder what's gonna happen if I triangulate it. Oh, it's pretty good.
Just try. I want to see. Just just hit Control T on it. I want to see what happens.
Yeah, I like that kind of concave look to it. I think I'm gonna keep it like that.
Put it back in render view
Oh,
or solid, so I can like more easily see this.
it's just a dimple.
Yeah, the having it like that makes it feel like you're supposed to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it looks satisfying to be there.
I know. Yeah, like you could just like settle in there and in the cozy little dip.
That this is the stairs. Is that did it when you made them? Does the stairs have material, and that's why it has a default magenta texture
I have no
or something?
idea. I had that happen before, but I don't know what it is.
That's what happens in go to the
Uh-oh, what's
click the
this?
stairs. Did you collect did you sorry, did you select use nodes on the stairs?
Um,
Because if you did, oh, you got fighting there or
yeah, I know.
something.
I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah, I don't really. I didn't do anything. It just used the default settings.
Okay. That's usually what happens if you accidentally give it a
Oh, there you
material
go.
and then
Perfect.
accidentally assign a blank texture to that material. It'll just give you error magenta to tell you that you need to actually give it a texture or delete the material.
Oh,
And sometimes if you select use nodes and then don't do anything, it'll just give you magenta.
yeah. Okay. Well, this worked out pretty well.
Interesting that we just kind of settled on magenta for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, magenta's like a. It's a noticeable color without being too like eye searing, like orange.
Yeah, it's better than green for green screens.
Hmm.
It's I don't know, it feels like nature has a really hard time making magenta.
Oh yeah.
So that's why we use it for chroma keying shit and for default stuff. I think
Huh.
that's why.
Okay.
I think it's better than green for chroma keying. I don't know. So everybody should have a magenta screen,
Yeah.
but no one wants to do that, so we're not going to ever. And neither would I. I'd never do it. I'd kill myself before I had a magenta screen.
Yeah. Okay.
I've had the green screen for a while. I'm just thinking about it now. Like in the room. Like,
Is it
hey,
like?
we were.
Is it Man, I just caught your yawn there. Like I just picked up on your yawn really quickly and yawned myself. But uh is there somewhere you keep it? Or do you just
No,
like
it's always up.
drape it somewhere? It's
Well,
always
we.
up.
How many times have you been here and walked past it? Like,
Oh yeah,
it's
I just tend to tune this stuff out sometimes.
no, it's always there. It's never came down once since it went up.
Oh yeah. Okay. I wonder if this is too steep. Okay. Yeah, I'll get back at this later and triangulate the whole thing and make it look a little smoother. But that's pretty good. Do you ever like make the materials before you start modeling?
Yeah, every once in a while I do that.
It's like sometimes like after you've made a model and you like subdivide it and stuff and you have all these polygons, it's sort of really like then you realize that you need to make materials and it's just like holy shit, how am I
No,
gonna do this?
sometimes if I really know what it's supposed to look like,
Hmm.
I'll like make it first. And sometimes I'll start making materials and textures on my own that are like bland enough that you could use them in a myriad ways. You know what I mean? Like some I know how to like open up Photoshop and make a texture that just looks like metal
Hmm.
all the time. So I can just kind of cheese it and use it everywhere. So I like sometimes I'll just walk in and just like start making it just a texture that works for like rock, say,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll have it before I even start modeling anything. Like kind of done that for.
Why am I doing this? I should just use like I should just subdivide this. This is weird. Okay, but like I said, I might not actually use textures because I kind of want to like I'm having so much fun with this. I kind of want to just like make the game, and maybe I don't want to like bother with all the really time consuming stuff. Maybe if I just make some that's like has no textures and it just has basic mechanics and I could just have fun with it and other people can play it maybe and whatever. If it gets finished, it might not even get finished. Like basically no promises. No promises that that's just gonna like if it doesn't if I give up on it and I come up with a better idea or something
Yeah, I have a
that's
better idea already. I have a better idea. I said that because I wanted this since forever. I said that really wish this was a sci-fi King's Field clone.
ah
Remember I told you that?
yeah.
You showed me the first thing. I was like, man, I wish it was. I don't know. I've never seen a complete sci-fi King's Field clone. It'd be cool if like your teleport spell is instead a little UFO that you get into, and
Hmm.
it just goes where you know what I mean. And instead of a sword, he has a close quarters taser. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the enemies were your classic gray aliens. You ever think about that? I was thinking about this before for King's Field clone. I've never. I know Shadow Tower has some sci-fi stuff, but it'd be cool if there was a sci-fi King's Field clone that actually was like had aliens and like your character flew a little classic style UFO,
Hmm.
you know, kind of. But it made some few changes to make it different, but and It would be easy. I was thinking it'd be easy to model it too because he'd be mostly walking around in corridors. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, you know what else you can do in Godot is you can create um like a tile-based structure. You can make a model of say a section of a corridor, and then like create a separate model for the turn, or like a turn or a fork or something. Separate model for a room, and just move them all together in a grid-like pattern.
Okay.
So you can make it out of segments,
There's I just sent you that object I was talking about in your Discord window.
Oh, oh man, yeah,
See,
that's
there's that. Look at that object, the revolver chamber,
uh-huh.
and then look what I eventually had to do to make the front of it actually
That
look right.
oh, that's cool. Yeah,
That yeah, see, that's what I mean. You take a. I mean, obviously, you don't. There's no reason to do this for a square, but I was just sometimes I'll make a square that complicated,
yeah.
just intentionally.
Uh-huh.
Like you ever? It's kind of like what was that? You showed me. You sent me a picture of like a donut that had the most complicated,
Oh,
mesh. Like
that was I'll tell you what that was. It was when uh the GTA remakes came out.
oh yeah, it's the friggin'
People
yeah, it's the
no
yeah
people were posting all these fake uh meshes that they
yeah
had supposedly found in the game that were just like a donut subdivided a trillion times.
yeah. It's subdivided to the point where it looks like it's just turning into like a snowflake. Like it gets more complicated the more you look at it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's that's interesting.
Okay, do I have anything? I'm gonna make this. Uh, and this can be uh
Can you
rock.
easily swap out like? Can you easily swap out the character's sword in this or a weapon?
Yeah, yeah. You
Is
can.
there a limit? Is there like a hard cap on poly count?
Hmm.
I have a
Uh,
very complicated sword.
if there is, um.
If you just want the model, like it's, I just made it. I made this model just for art purposes for myself for fun. So it's
Oh
not
yeah.
optimized. It's insane. I don't know if
Oh,
you can actually get it work in
I
the game. Like
I
it
wanna.
has subsurfaces.
Yeah, I want to. I want to give it. I want to like give it minimal polygons. I want this game to run on a toaster
Okay.
because I'm currently using a toaster, and if it doesn't, then I'm just gonna be like testing it at 3 FPS. That
Yeah,
already
this
happens. Like it already chugs if I turn on shadows. So I'm gonna
oh
have
my
to go
god.
really easy on it.
Yeah, I have I mean the basic mesh is done. I could like decimate it a lot and like make it whatever, but
Well, send it to me. I want to see it anyway. But
there it's in Blender 2.7.
uh-huh.
So I don't know, maybe I'll just say screw it and just
No, it'll
okay.
probably load. I just need to like
Hold on.
reset all the
I'll just
materials.
yeah, I'll just whatever. I'll just send you the file.
Yeah,
Screw it.
just
See what
I
happens.
want to see it anyway. So
Uh, because I mean I could take the time and port it into 2.9 and then pack in everything.
mhm.
I can do that. Um,
Ow,
oh, for
damn it.
God's sake, I can only upload. Hold on here. Holy shit, how big is this?
Oh no, what
Okay,
the?
this sword is 46 megabytes. So hold on.
Yeah, you gotta do it different when you're making game assets.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, you really do.
That's why I was debating even sending it. Hold on. Let me just get rid of a bunch of shit on it in this empty. I'm gonna call this one small. Okay. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of all that. It's gonna look way uglier, but then again, the game is ugly, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't even know why I made this. It's not. It's nowhere. It's like it doesn't. There's no one sees this anywhere. Like it's not on DeviantArt. It's not anywhere. I have a lot of things like that that are weirdly complicated that aren't
Mm.
anywhere. I just made it to waste time.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta whiz. I'll be right back. I'm sorry if this would be going much faster if I had half my brain. I'm operating on half capacity right now. I got like 60% of my head. Kind of Dumbo mode right now.
Now I'm just tearing apart this model, making it small.
All right.
Uh,
Okay. Uh. Oh, hold on 1 second. Um. Okay, I got to export it to proper file format. So it should automatically import since it's in the resources folder for Godot. Now, I don't want to mess with this, so I'm going to just pretty small. Oh, it's teensy. Oh no.
oh, did you Yeah, this you were really zoomed in. I do that all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell what the relative size of anything is really, unless you have. What I do have is I have a little like cylinder in the blend file that's the exact size of the player object, and that's what I use to decide
Yeah,
how big
I
it
do
is.
that. I do that a lot too. Stuff. I'll have a window that a person's supposed to look out of.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I'll just like imagine that like that's okay, everything is based on the size of this window.
Oh, that's kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, make local. All right. This is weird. This mesh doesn't have anything in it, so I can just delete it, I guess. All right. So here's what you can do. You go to into mesh. You create tri-mesh collision sibling, and tri-mesh collision sibling, tri-mesh collision sibling, tri-mesh collision sibling, so on. And now change this to a static body. And there you go. And now because child nodes copy the transform of of its parent, I can just resize this entire thing, make it just about as big as I want. Let's say right there. Move it offhand. Find the player. Roll her out. Roll her in. Wait, is the... Oh, the island's clipping in. Where is it? There we are. Here we go. Oh, this is wrong. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to... Wait, I'll see how it imports first. Check this out. It's just that simple.
Hmm. Wow. Fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like how the fog like obscures everything in the distance here. Can I jump across here? Yes. All right. Maybe a chest up here. Oh, platforms. Splitting path.
This is placed exactly like this in King's Field 3.
Oh yeah, really?
really reminds me of it. But it has teleporting doors that take
Teleporting
you to the
doors?
other platform. Yeah, it has little doors that teleport you to the other island in the distance that is facing that door. You know what I mean?
Oh man, that sounds cool.
Yeah. So it's kind of like imagine if there was just like a door here, like the little pillar with two pillars, and you walk between them,
Hmm.
and it would take you to the other side of this, and so on and so forth. And that's how you jump between these little islands. And they're just kind of floating here, kind
Oh
of like
yeah.
this, except the floor is like a black hole, like it's like black down there. It's kind of it's really far into the game.
Ah shit. Ow. All right. Okay, here's what I'm gonna. Since there is a working torch, I can make areas that are just completely dark. Maybe this place is gonna be dark. Maybe I'll make the whole game dark. Wouldn't that be Kino?
Yes, it would be.
If like the entire thing is just pitch black and you need light the entire time.
God, God, I hope that Elden Ring is actually dark. There's nothing worse than a game with torches that you don't need.
Yeah,
I hate that because
but does
it
Elden
just
Ring even
means that
does
I
it
don't
even
know,
have
but
torches?
I don't remember. I didn't watch enough. I'm trying not to watch anything, but
Oh yeah.
uh, there's nothing worse than a game that has torches and then they cook at the last minute and make it light out
Wait, why is this so big?
because as you know they were thinking about making shit dark, right? And then they just gave up at a certain point because they were too scared, you know. But the torches are forgotten in the game, but they're
Yeah.
useless. I hate that. I hate it. Um, that's why I like Dragon's Dogma. You ever notice that it was like in Dragon's Dogma, it was pretty dark at night?
Uh huh.
That was kind of cool. And you need your little torch and shit.
Oh. Hmm. Right. Oh yeah, this makes sense. If I yeah, if I make if I put a place down an item here, the item is gonna be huge because this like it's gonna be copying the transforms of this like the dungeon itself. So I gotta like actually yeah, what I gotta do is create a spatial node. That's just like a general node. It's gonna just organize everything. It doesn't actually do anything, but I can just put this here. I can collapse this so it's not. Oh wait, I can move this. I can collapse this so that's not. Yeah, that'll work. Then I can. Wait, this is still big. Oh, 0. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute, what? Ah, wait, whoops. There we go. Wait, that's not right. Shit, I did do that right. Damn it. Now this will be 1. Now this should be the right size. There we go. I'll set this to static so it doesn't fall off the platform. Uh, Need a torch. Are you still dicking around with that model?
Yeah, it's just going to you in Google Drive now.
Okay.
I made it as small as I could without like having to spend a lot of time that I don't have right now during the stream.
Okay.
So I got it down from like 50 megabytes to like 20 some just by um getting rid of all the extra like the surfaces that are on top of the surfaces I had like and getting rid of some other needlessly complicated things and just getting it down to the essentials. Yep.
Well, there we go. Now this is dank. Now there's an elephant in the room here that I don't know if I want to really face. And that is, like, the UI all uses the mouse because it just uses like the default assets, right? But the actual game controls are with like a keyboard or a controller. So if you're playing with a controller, you're gonna have to switch to the mouse to like use the menu, and that's just not acceptable. I need to go in probably at some point and just change everything. But I guess
And
that's just how it is.
you're not allowed to have a mouse in field.
No way,
I'm
no way.
trying
That's
to
not gonna
figure out
work.
a way to say souls, but for King's Field.
Hmm.
Kings? Can we say kings? Like
King's Tower. Like you got Soulsborne Kiro ring.
yeah, it's tomorrow. It's gonna be Elden Hero Souls Born
Yeah.
Elden.
I've
What?
heard two different ones. I've heard Soulsborne Kiro ring, and I heard Eldenborn, Elden Soulsborn something.
Elden Souls Born Hero.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
should I like taking these things and finding the hardest one to say.
Oh wait, I forgot to switch. Damn it! Ugh. I'll show the viewers what I'm doing, for God's sake.
What?
I'll show the viewers what I'm
Blood
doing.
Hero Blood Blood Hero Ring Souls.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
I think we should give up on like trying to come up with these names. I think we should just say souls.
Well, I mean, and
It's too complicated
when you're
enough.
not trying to be funny, it's that's what most people do.
I got it for a moment when it was just Bloodborne, the only one that was like different.
Hmm.
Like I could kind of understand people saying Soulsborne. Now I can't because of Sekiro and because of Elden Ring.
Oh yeah,
It just doesn't. It doesn't feel. It's just say Souls. It's fine.
yeah, yeah.
And for King's Field, we're just saying Kings.
Cause we's kings.
It's
We was kings and shit.
another game in another Kings game.
Yeah.
Freaking Kings clones all the time. Every game has to be a Kings clone now. Hmm.
Man,
Imagine if that happened.
every game these days is just a slow plotting, difficult action RPG with like no story. Man, I'm so sick of it.
I'm so sick of friggin' Kings.
Yeah, the kings just suck. All right, man, I pretty much finished this in almost exactly 2 hours.
Okay, where the hell? Where did this file go?
Oh,
Share.
one more thing. I'm just showing off here, but check this out. Wait. go into info, you can see what's embedded into the torch. You can see that the fluid in the oil flask is actually going down. So
Holy
that's
shit.
hell yeah. So I got a
There you go.
limited amount of fuel here. After like
Check your
10 minutes or so, it's gonna run down.
check your Discord.
Okay, just say. I'll be right back. Okay. So what I was thinking with this game is I want to have a lot of like mind-bending like geometry, like sort of a uh, like the basement of that building. That's what like a lot of the game is going to be like. And maybe I can just like do some weird shit like put a revolver in it. Like maybe later you find just a gun and like
Yeah,
like
make
a
it. Oh
normal
no.
jacket or something.
Wait. Wait, no, make it work like La Milana. You find the gun, there's 6 bullets in it. It's unbelievably deadly and kills anything in one hit, but those are the only bullets.
Yeah. That's exactly
Like
what I had in mind. Like
yeah.
a just
Oh, okay.
a total ace in the hole.
Yeah, like maybe you can buy one more bullet for a lot of gold.
Yeah, yeah. Like imagine if Elden Ring just had
A
gun.
grenade.
Yeah.
Just had a grenade.
No,
One
no,
grenade.
one grenade in the entire game. Okay, this is it. Oh, I'm gonna close this. All right, we're back. This is the gun blade. Pretty damn good job.
Yeah, it looks really good when it has everything it needs to have.
Oh yeah.
I had to just destroy it to get it to look like this.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Did you did it have textures?
oh yeah, it had everything. Well, I mean, I should just hold on. I'll just send you a screenshot so you know I'm not lying on video.
Okay. Oh man, and this like automatically loads your settings too.
That's
So
that's
like,
weird.
yeah, that's a bad idea. I don't know why the like user settings are stored in the blend file. That's what's up with the what the hell is this? Default. Here we go. And then like at the bottom here is the yeah. You've got all the former settings here, like none of the new ones.
There you go. There's just one random screenshot. You can see with
Oh wow.
the bump mapped engraving.
Uh
That
huh.
that engraving changes when you move it around in the light. So
Yeah.
if you're looking at it head on, you almost can't see it, the engraving,
This is clean
because it.
though.
I had to remove the chain and some other stuff and the bullets in there and all the textures and the second surface that's on top of the sword that shimmers different when you move it.
Uh huh.
There's like and the scratches. I had to remove the scratches. So yeah, there's scratches in it.
Oh yeah. I'll put it up
There's
just a sec.
there's little nicks and stuff on the edge of it where it looks like it was used, and so on and so on. And the handle has a kind of like a leather kind of look to it. But that's all gone in this model, which is fine because this one needs to work in a game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot better than this looked on the PlayStation 1, I know that.
Um. Here it is. Yeah, that's yeah, that looks a lot better.
This started out as a doodle, and it just gradually, like when I open up Blender without knowing what I'm doing, I call it a doodle.
Hmm.
Like I just screwing around, and then I just accidentally kept adding to this until I just said, let's just make it look like it's supposed to look, and then I just made it
All
for
right.
no reason
Oh, the bullets are gone. What? Why'd you get rid of the bullets?
because they were high verts.
Oh, okay.
They ended up being like because they have a rounded head. Remember
Uh,
a bullet, so it's actually like surprisingly complicated.
huh.
I can put the bullets back if you want. There's no use to have them in there. You can never see them.
Yeah. You know what? You know what's serious business when the like the
You
like
need to reload your sword.
no, like the modeling view is just like black with vertexes.
Yeah, it's
Like the
the
uh
hardest part to
the
make
area around
is
the trigger here is just insane.
the the little cutout where your grooves for your fingers are.
Hmm.
That was really weirdly hard, and
Oh
the
man,
little
what the hell's going on here?
rotating chamber was very hard. Like I said, I sent you the screenshot of that
Hmm.
originally. To get that to look like that is
Yeah, there was some wizardry going on here, I think. This is pretty
even Square Enix gets it wrong all the time. This is accurate to the FMV sequence in the original game,
what the
and
hell?
yeah, see some of these things I think the guard for the trigger is unnecessarily complicated,
Yeah.
but that was because I was just making. I wasn't. Wasn't supposed to be seen by anybody.
Oh yeah.
I was just making this for fun. But so if I were to remodel this to be used in a game, I would definitely first thing I would make the trigger guard simpler.
Hmm.
There's no reason for it to be like that, but I didn't have
Oh
time to like.
yeah, you'd need to remake it from scratch if you wanted to turn this into a game asset. Because there's a lot of stuff here that'll just be a nightmare to rework. I'm sure.
I think we can kind of, if you like, I think I could keep the this blade part. I think I could keep um some of the stuff with the gun section like that, and uh and that's it really. And then I have to remodel everything else. And then the blade section, I would um I would just delete a lot of edges in that and then rebuild the edges.
Oh,
I would try to keep the basic.
this looks good. I think this looks fine.
Yeah.
I like how it just turns into a friggin' like squiggle.
That's it. I know it looks crazy, but I spent a long time looking at this.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Those are the notches that you have to pull back on to release the thing.
Uh huh.
You think about the mechanism on the inside, right? It looks like that.
Oh no, I'm talking about like I'm trying to use like a remesh on it to like get a basic shape.
Oh, I'm that far behind.
Oh man. Yeah,
So
maybe my in I think it's my PC because my internet's fine. I think it's like the PC's having trouble rendering all this video. Because I'm surprised like I have two like copies of Blender open and like Godot engine and all like displaying 3D at the
yeah,
same time.
the um the inside edge of the grooves for your fingers there
Oh, this is much
is
better.
really is embarrassingly shitty. Like the
Yeah,
part that you can't see on the
yeah,
inside.
yeah.
And I didn't nor I would have cleaned that up if I had like 5 more minutes. Like whatever. But I just
Well,
like you're never supposed to see that. But if I knew that it was gonna like be in a game where you might see the inside of it, I would definitely cut away the sprue. like that. The handle has sprue right now, so
Oh, yeah.
that can go, like
Uh-huh.
verts like
I did notice,
this.
like, there's a
Yeah,
bit of plasticky shit in here. There's, like, inside the handle.
yeah. You definitely,
Like,
I
it should be a
definitely don't
solid
need.
shape, but it's like,
I
yeah.
definitely don't need the shit on the inside of the groove part. I don't know what to call it. Definitely don't need that, but
Hmm.
I just I had no reason to fix it until right now.
Okay.
This is as accurate as I can make it, though. Not this one. I mean, this is the trimmed down one, right?
Hmm.
But the full version is as accurate as I can possibly go. I checked everything. It's um,
Uh-oh.
it's to scale as
Uh-oh,
well.
we're having trouble. Okay.
I can't see what you're even doing. What are you doing?
Wait. Hmm.
I also
No,
got rid of all the materials except for holy shit, what's that thing?
I'm, I'm using Decimate on it.
Wow, dude. I do that too for fun, just to see what happens. I very rarely actually use decimate.
Oh, it's so laggy. Trying to decimate all the. Oh, I got it down to 2,000 polygons, and it kind of looks the same.
Well,
Oh,
it's
this is
almost
weird.
okay. That's
Yeah,
pretty good. Like that's not that bad. It looks like what it's supposed to look like from a distance.
yeah. Let's see what it looks like.
Not,
Oh man,
not that
that looks all right.
it's not that bad.
I think it's because I think this is because you modeled it in a structurally sane way, where
Yeah.
like if you use decimate on it, like the algorithm will actually understand.
Yeah, sometimes it just cannot understand, but it
Mm.
understood with this one. That's good.
Look at that! Like it actually cut out a lot of the unnecessary polygons.
It did pretty good.
This is
It
almost
really
looking like a game asset now.
Yeah, not super up close.
Hmm.
but
Right, right.
it's kind of that's so weird looking like that. I just want to touch that like that. Looking like what would that feel like to touch that?
Yeah, chunky.
Ew. Anyway, I have a trillion models here taking up my entire hard drive.
Oh, okay. Now I've used screw on it, and
What? What's
I've
that?
used I've used screw on your model, and now it's looking pretty good. Now it's like I think this is what we're looking for here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. No, this is like the smear. When you're pulling out the gun, this displays for like a split second just to
Yes, this is
enhance the animation.
this is an in-between frame you're seeing here.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not Do not pause and do not ever pause and try to look at it.
No, no.
Just accept the animation as it is. Do not pause. Do not go frame by frame.
I'll kill you in one fluid motion. You won't even see it. And can I decimate it again?
Give it to the character.
I'm down. Well, that'll take a little bit.
Okay,
That'll
then
take a
don't
little
don't
while.
bother. Then I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do. But if it was easy to just swap it and look at it, it'd be fine.
Uh,
But if it's not, then don't worry
I'll
about it.
see how long it takes. Wait.
I definitely don't
I'll keep it in this
really.
form.
I
Yeah,
definitely don't care that much because it's obviously not supposed to be in the game.
yeah.
It
I'm
is
just thinking of
obviously
yeah.
copyrighted content. I don't know.
I'm just thinking about if something goes wrong, because things like go wrong a lot when you're importing objects. But I um I think I have a good understanding of it now. So let's see. See how fast I can do this. Uh, Okay. I'll go into broadsword. Oh yeah, I gotta move the player out of the way too. Out of this dungeon. Back to where it was. Oh yeah, I gotta turn the light back up too. There we go. Where am I? Here we are. Um, okay, rotate. Oh wait, I can go back now. Just a sec. I can show you what I'm doing now. Where are we at? Oh, here we go. I don't know if it's facing the right way, but I think it is. All right. Here it is.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah, it is
I hope it's.
backwards though.
Yeah. Um. It's supposed to be about.
Oh,
It's just a. It's supposed to be just about 4 feet long too. So how tall is your character? Six
oh,
feet.
the enemy's doing his animations sometimes.
So it should be bigger. Like you should scale it up, kind of. It's yeah. So it's like
Yeah, I gotta scale it up and I gotta like turn it around.
so if you're 6 feet tall, it should be 66% the height of you.
Hmm.
Right now, it looks like it's like less than half.
Oh, whoops.
I figured that out on my own. I had to figure it out. I figured it out by screenshots from the game, and then I took it in Photoshop, and then looked up the Wikipedia article and found out the Squall is 5'11",
Hmm.
and then I rotated the image of his sword, compared it to the size of his body, and then went tick by tick on the graph thing in Photoshop to figure out what percentage the sword was of his body. And I have it down to the inch. I have it down in Blender down to the inches, and I forget exactly what it is, but it's just around 4 feet, I think.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Looks pretty sharp. Um.
Yeah, literally.
Oh yeah,
It looks sharp.
literally. Uh,
It looks sharp, as
oh,
in you shouldn't touch it.
I'm not a freaking lefty. I'm not gonna put in my left hand like a freak, like God, like a plate on God. Oh yeah, you can kind of block attacks. I'm gonna need to work on like the blocking mechanics, but I don't think I can even show it off because this guy's screwing around again.
Very weird and mysteriously have this sword in a ancient-looking King's Field clone.
Yeah, yeah.
Odd.
I wonder if this crab's gonna friggin' like dig its way underground again, or if he's gonna show me what he can do. Like he's got a rolling attack, and he's got like he does this weird thing. It's kind of goofy looking, and he just has a normal swipe too. Oh, he's doing his he's he's joining the mole people. He just can't stay away. All right. Oh yeah, there's another type of house here too. Oh, and these cupboard doors are just like shrunk down like house doors. So like they all require the key too.
Why exactly is the gunblade so reflective? Like, how is that something you just set, or
Oh, yeah, I did set that. I just
okay?
like I set it to metallic to see if it looks any better, but it in Blender it didn't look that much better, but in the game it does. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say it really fits.
yeah,
Seems right. Like
because it looks like a luxury weapon, the gunblade.
it is kind of in canon. It is a luxury weapon that like nobody uses. It's hard to use and it's
Hmm.
complicated.
Wait, I'll
Um,
spawn in another one.
by the way, is that the decimated model or not? I can't tell.
Yeah, it is the
I,
decimated model.
I couldn't even really tell.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
I mean, I'm watching this at a shit resolution, but
Oh,
still, it looks okay.
there is dual wielding. Just incidentally, you can equip weapons into both hands. So it's kind of janky, but it's there. Oh,
How could you afford two luxury weapons?
how come mom lets you have two luxury weapons?
This thing it looks really cool when you stab with this thing.
Oh yeah. Oh jeez. I don't know why they're hitting each other. I thought I fixed that. They're kind of clanging against each other. Oh, the way like I got this weird idea for how stamina should work. Like you know how in King's Field like you have to wait for your stamina to refill before you even attack once, because otherwise it's not going to do any damage, right?
Yeah.
And in Souls, you can't do anything if your damage is low. Otherwise, it doesn't really affect anything. Here, like it changes your walk speed. So like if you attack enough, if you attack too much, you're just gonna move slower.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, this makes it easier to like evade attacks, hopefully, but I might even need to. Might not work out the way I hope. Like it changed the attack speed a little bit too, as you can see. Yeah, the attacks are coming out slower. I don't know if this is gonna be fun. I might change it. All right, that's that. I think that's it for the stream. Do you say?
Yeah, this was an interesting stream that no one watched.
I
This is
don't
probably
think.
the worst performing. Like,
Oh no.
it's never gone above one watching.
Well, I think
It sucks.
what are the
Whatever.
chances that? I mean, you got what kind of keywords are we dealing with? We're dealing with like a game engine that barely anybody uses, and King's Field, and
And your hashtags are still Mario 64, Zelda 64, and Cream Stream, by the way.
really,
Yeah,
I didn't
you
change
just
them.
reused. No, you just reused it or whatever. If you can fix it now, but
I
way
didn't.
after the fact.
Honestly, I didn't think anyone was gonna watch this stream because it's like it's like people in America aren't even off work yet. It's the
Yeah,
middle of the Wednesday, and
yeah. I'm trying to fix my sleeping. I'm going to sleep like in like half an hour.
oh, okay.
Trying to fix it.
Are you fixing it from like nocturnal or going to bed too early?
Uh, well, I woke up at 1 a.m. today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to go from nocturnal to diurnal, basically.
Okay.
But I want to keep it at like waking up at like 4 and going to bed at like 9 if I can possibly do it. So that way, maybe like going to bed at like 10. So that way we can go back to watching Super Show pretty soon.
Oh yeah. All right. Oh,
Uh,
that's why Super Show has been on hold.
yeah, that's why you haven't noticed me trying to watch it in the last
Hmm.
few days.
Okay.
Unless I don't know,
Well,
we just got into this habit of doing it this certain time. I don't know
yeah.
why.
God,
Like 8 p.m.
resetting your sleep schedule is just like suffering.
I
It's a
do it all the
miserable
time.
experience.
I do it constantly. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, like yeah, it's just one of those things that you gotta do sometimes.
There's your luxury stabby thing.
Hmm. I don't even know where you're. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, so this is it with the shininess. Looks a little better. I
Yeah,
like
it's pretty
how
cool.
the new version of Blender, like one of my favorite things about it is when you set something to reflect, it has like a default
Yeah,
reflection texture,
image. Yeah,
so I
it
can kind of see
reflects
what it looks
some
like.
random.
Yeah,
Yeah, it reflects some random photo. Like every old game did that.
I know.
Remember how one of them for like some Mario Kart game was like something from some disaster or something? Remember that?
Hmm. Yeah.
The reflecting image was like something where people died or something. I can't remember.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? Am I
Um.
dreaming that?
No, I think that photo was just in. I think that photo was just in the game files,
Okay.
and it was.
Um,
Yeah, people found it.
weren't we messing around one time a long time ago in the debug shit that we got through the Game Shark on Smash Bros. Melee?
Hmm.
And we found like the reflecting image for something was just like a diner or something.
Yeah,
Remember
that's
that?
right. Uh huh.
Yeah, it was like it was a bar or a diner or something, and we were looking at it with our child brains and just being amazed by it.
What the heck? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so weird. Like you don't know what like yeah your brain instantly goes to like what were they like how bored were they when they were doing this that they just pick some random file for like
yeah.
this and that.
Maybe when you're working on a game and you just need something to reflect on a glossy surface,
Yeah.
you just go to your desktop and just click and drag something, and
You
it's
just
just
take so many compromises.
yeah, and then you end up accidentally putting in something illegal. Whoops.
Like you accidentally you accidentally put your entire porn folder in the game files and ship it.
Whoa, what? I accidentally shipped my game with 8 gigabytes of porn.
Oh no.
What? Games these days are so unoptimized and so bloated. I wouldn't be surprised if some developer accidentally shipped the game with gigabytes of porn.
Yeah.
One day, it's gonna happen. You're
Uh-huh.
gonna download your 400 gigabyte Call of Duty game with your 90 gigabyte day one patch, and it's gonna come included with 10 gigabytes of porn. Get ready.
Oh no.
Whoops. You accidentally packed in the developer's entire porn folder.
Uh-huh.
The game's gone gold. We can't fix it now.
Oh no, no. There's no updating this one.
We can't patch it out. It's impossible.
Oh yeah. It's not like it's required by the base game engine.
Yeah, it turns out somehow that the programming is such spaghetti that they can't risk going back and deleting anything, even the random junk files. Like you can't do it, so they
Uh,
just ship it. It has to work. It's kind of like how Donkey Kong 64 needs the RAM pack, and they don't know why.
oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. That kind of stuff. Um,
That's the weirdest thing ever. They don't know what it. They don't know why.
look at
Why
this
does
little
it need
guy.
this?
Look at this little mandrake thing I made.
This
Like this.
reminds me of This reminds me of the stuff that was in the 2020 Game of the Year video.
Mhm. Like this is going to be
Actually,
th-
why don't you just
th-
scoop up all the assets from that?
I
I
could.
already have a million animals. I'll
Yeah.
just give you them all. I don't know.
But
I want them.
the poly count and those I want to.
Yeah, but even if you decimate them, maybe it'll be okay.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I could take
It
like
all
some of the.
depends.
Yeah, yeah. But this is going to be like almost completely underground. You're just going to see the
Yeah,
little.
yeah,
Then you pop.
this exact guy was in the it was in the Game of the Year video. Remember that guy that like comes out of the ground and then
Oh right,
sniffs or
that's
something?
where it came from. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
So like you're gonna pick this guy up, and then the rest is gonna pop out. And you go whoop. What the?
We definitely need an enemy in this that is a land um Anomalacris.
Oh my.
Definitely need that.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
That'd be cool.
Size it up a bit. Make it like 10 feet long.
Well, I
Just enough to be freaky.
yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be stylistically consistent. Like
No,
people love
it
it.
doesn't.
People love it when like indie games are just like completely off the wall and filled with magic robots.
That's the new thing.
Yeah.
That's
Just make it like
after
just put in all
after
the things you
Earthbound.
like.
After Earthbound came out on the Switch Online, um people posted this screenshot and they said, "Dude, it's that base new indie game that's based on dot dot dot." Because it's like it
Yeah.
turns out every indie game is based on Earthbound.
Uh-huh.
So when you play the original, it's not based on anything anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, this looks like I've seen this before.
Have you?
What is this? What is this thing?
I
It's
don't
like a
know. It's just
little
something I made. It's like
no, you squeeze them and the eyes pop out. You
right.
know that
It's that
toy?
thing. Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
toy?
I didn't.
That's what I immediately just assumed that I squeeze it and the eyes are like jello or something. You know that kind
uh,
of material that like is squishy, like Stretch
yeah,
Armstrong's type thing, and it pops out. I had this before.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what this is.
yeah. Maybe this is like a. I don't know.
This feels like a
You know.
statue that
It,
you put somewhere and it emanates vast amounts of evil.
oh, maybe literally. Maybe in game it just emanates evil and like
No, this is the monster spawner.
oh yeah,
So you go into a room and you
yeah.
can't
You have to
figure out
destroy
why.
it. Uh huh.
Yeah, it doesn't say it, but you're going into this room and you don't know why monsters keep spawning, but it turns out you have to destroy this thing.
Hmm. Or this thing like it's maybe it emanates curse and it'll kill you if you're exposed to it for too long.
No, it's this thing spawns monsters, right?
Uh huh.
And then in order to make it stop spawning monsters, you have to pick it up as an inventory item. But when you pick it up, you get curse.
Oh
So it does both. So it's like
yeah.
spawning monsters. You pick it up and it very scarily gives you curse.
Uh huh.
And then the only way to get rid of it is to take it. Some NPC will take it off you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it curses him, and he just says, "Wow, I'm cursed now."
Uh huh.
So it's like it's all creepy. Everything about it's creepy.
I kind of like how the body turned out. It's like it's almost like
No,
this is like a really early sculpture, and the creator
yeah,
didn't quite know how to do like somebody with their legs crossed, so they just kind of half-assed it.
Yeah, it's from like 20,000 years ago.
Yeah, it's from a
It
billion years ago. It's just like
yeah.
no one knows where this came from.
Yeah, it turns out this artifact predates the Earth.
Yeah.
It carbon dates back to 5 billion years ago instead of like 4 point something.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Oh man.
This was here before the Earth was here.
The Earth
Uh,
formed around this.
no, put that in the item description when you pick it up.
Oh yeah.
It carbon dates back to a time before this planet.
Hmm.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we're gonna
Yeah, it's been
shut
exactly
down.
3 hours, I think, just
Oh,
about.
cool. All right. Sounds
All
good.
right, I'll see everybody on the flip side.